At the family company's Christmas party, my wife's sister got a 70K Bmw and a promotion I got only. My name is Jacob, and this is a story about the night I finally won. The laughter was still reverberating when I stepped out. It lingered with me, that hollow, piercing kind of laughter, the kind not born of happiness, but spite masked as celebration. I could still see it. Her sister Sophia with the bow-wrapped keys to the newly gifted convertible. Her father raising his glass. The whole room bursting into a cheer. Then the gift for me. Small folded A2 bill taped to a t-shirt with unemployed stitched across the chest like a scar. They laughed hardest when my wife Isabel did. I smiled once, an empty smile, then left, before my silence became a scene. Outside the night was sharp, breath misting against the window. As I started the car, the engine hummed steadily, unlike me. In my pocket, my phone buzzed. A single notification, the one I had been waiting for all week. I did not open it, not yet. Instead, I drove away from the music, the lights, the family. That was never mine, but always controlled me. I left them behind for now. It had not started tonight. It started with the minor things. The way she pulled back when I touched her shoulder. The private screen. She never tilted toward me. The sudden perfume of cologne that was not mine clinging to her clothes. I told myself it was nothing. That she was tired. That marriage wears thin, but truth does not stay silent forever. It scratches and claws until it's heard. So I investigated quietly. A toothbrush in her purse when she claimed she stayed late at work. Rideshare receipts to places that were not her office. Nights when her phone battery mysteriously died the second she walked through our door. And then the blunder, her father's secretary too drunk. At a dinner whispering congratulations to her for keeping it in the family. That phrase lodged itself in my mind. I dug. And the more I dug, the clearer it became. The affair was not with a stranger. It was with someone seated across from me every holiday. Someone who bore the same last name she did, her sister, Sophia's fiancé Leo. It was horrific, calculated, betrayal wrapped in family and trust. I said nothing. I collected instead. DNA swabs from water glasses. Emails pulled from her forgotten tablet, a camera angled low in the garage where she thought shadows were enough to hide them. I did not confront her, not yet. Confrontation is for the foolish. Unveiling is for the wise. The week before Christmas, the results returned. DNA does not lie, and the test confirmed what suspicion already whispered. Her secret was not just the affair. It was blood. The child she claimed was ours was not. He was her sister's fiancé's. I looked at the printed sheet under the harsh light of my study. Percentages, markers, cold objectivity describing what my gut had screamed for months. I folded the paper once, slid it into an envelope, and placed it in my coat pocket. Life went on around me. Meetings, coffee, smiles, a kiss on the cheek that felt like dust. I let her think she still believed in her delusion. I drove her to dinners, to stores, to parties. I listened as she spoke with lies, persuading herself she was persuading me. Every time her phone lit up, I memorized the pattern of her fingers securing it. Every time she laughed with Sophia, I measured the tone. I smiled, I nodded. I collected more. Patience was my tool, silence my shield. And tonight the scene was finally ready. The party celebrated inside. Ribbons and champagne filling the air. She was glowing, standing beside her sister as her father handed over the keys. Then came my gift, the $2 bill, the shirt, the laughter. I accepted it hidden quiet, and then I left. In the car, under the cold breath of winter, I opened the email that had been waiting all night. A perfectly timed release. One click and the file was sent, not to her, not to him, not to the family directly. To the press, to the company board, to the investors who believed in the family's pristine image. DNA reports, surveillance footage, phone records. Every polished lie reduced to raw proof. I did not need to yell. I only needed to wait, and when her father's voice finally broke the silence carried by the sound from the window left ajar, "Turn on the news," I knew the impact had landed. The footage played on every screen in the room, silent but clear. My wife Isabel, her sister Sophia's fiancé, Leo dates times the garage camera catching. Hands, mouths, clothes undone. The DNA results laid side by side with birth. Certificates, the child, the lie. Her father's face pale, investors' calls already ringing on his phone. Sophia stood, frozen glass falling from her hand, and Isabel, her laughter vanished. replaced with the silent shock of understanding. I was not there to watch. I was already gone, but I knew how the silence fell. I knew how quickly celebration rotted into scandal. I knew she would look for me. Search the crowd want to plead, but pleading needs witnesses, and I had left them none. The car hummed steadily beneath me, faithful where people had failed. I thought of her not with love, not with rage, just with the insight that betrayal brings. They had mistaken me for a fool, the clown, the patsy. But fools do not control outcomes. I did, and when the company crumbled under scandal, when her father's empire shattered, when her sister's wedding turned to ash, they would remember the silence I carried out the door. Not anger, not tears, just the absence of me. And that absence would resonate louder than any words I could have spoken. I did not need them pale-faced to know I had won. I only needed the road ahead, clear and unending. I hit the gas and I never looked back. If this story touched you, shocked you, or even made you think twice about life, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join our growing family here on Home Exposed.